right, for the YouTube clip, everybody.
Okay.
Sukumar, everybody. Let me hear it.
Okay, hello. When you start doing comedy, people give you lots of advice and some comments. For example, when I was doing my very first open mic, I was there at the bar, right next to where the mic was, and this woman comes up to me and says, what are you doing here? So before I proceed, let me clarify one thing. This woman wasn't Indian. This is just how I speak. Okay, I'm not doing an impression of anybody. So she asked me, what are you doing here? And I said, I'm here to do my very first open mic. And she said, you must be scared shitless. And I said, ma'am, nobody who's grown up on a diet of Indian food is ever scared shitless. I was feeling the burn way before millennials feel the other piece of advice you get is you can talk about anything but avoid sex and politics, religion as well. And I ignored these people because these are the same people who, before a gig at the Y, told me repeatedly to keep my material kid-friendly, and then got really pissed off when I did 10 minutes of pedophile jokes. I mean, it literally means kid-friendly. I'm also a biblical scholar, and I research things from the Bible, ask questions that you might have wondered about, but never bothered to follow up on. For example, did Jesus pay for the Last Supper? No. So you might have asked that question or not, but let me tell you exactly what happened. So they go to this swanky restaurant in Galilee, right? It's the Last Supper and all that. They thought they could splurge. And this is also a restaurant where Wiley ate a painter painted your picture. So you might have seen that recently. So they finish eating, the meal. It's all great and nice, and then the waiter comes with a check, and gives it to Peter. Peter looks at it and says, he's totally amazed and astounded. He says, "Holy shit! 30 pieces of silver? Who has that kind of money?" I guess we don't have any Bible scholars here, nobody offers to pay, right? So, and then Peter hands the check to Jesus and says, "You're going to get this, aren't you?" And Jesus is pissed, right? He says, "Son of a bitch, I'm going to die for you tomorrow, and you guys can't pay for a kebab." And Peter says, if you're going to die for tomorrow, then you don't need the money. So, and besides, we all know you're going to come back on Sunday. Lastly, you need to have ordered 13 plates of kebab. You could have just ordered one and done that stuff you do with the fishes and loaves. Now you would have saved a lot of money. So, in the end, Jesus did pay for the Last Supper. But contrary to what you think, he was a rich guy. Anybody who's had furniture custom made knows that their furniture makers are pretty rich. And in fact, that's been true throughout history. You got furniture makers who were rich and powerful. Ever heard of the Ottoman Empire? Let's let that sit one with you. So the other thing is the piece of advice I've gotten is my setups are too long. Now, you need to get a laugh every 18 seconds, right? So, no pressure, but you got about 5 seconds left. But I've never seen anybody get a laugh every 18 seconds. So, let's give it a try, okay? You know what's a bummer? Honeymoon period. Okay, one. Nobody who tells you to go with your gut has ever had IBS. Okay. Is potato penis a politically correct name for Hitler or any dictator? Okay. So we'll give up on that idea. One of the issues about being brown is I get pulled over by the TSA invariably. So I'm just, it appears as far as the government is concerned, I'm just a random guy because I get pulled over for every random search. But the funny thing was, it never happens when I travel with my daughter. It appears that terrorists don't have take your daughter to work day. Except for once. About when my daughter was 4, we were going through the security line, we were almost there, and the guy in front of us had a New York Times, and it had a picture of the leader of Hamas. And my daughter points to it and says, "Hey Dad, look, it's your picture there."
Oh my God.
So that's the first time I realized that I had an enlarged prostate. So, it was exciting. About a year and a half ago, I got this call from a producer in LA and asking me if I could fly over and shoot a pilot. Interestingly, I got an identical email a week later from Al Qaeda. So let me leave you with this. So I'm a hypochondriac, and I'm also paranoid. So basically, I constantly surf the web to see what I've got, but I don't believe in anything I read. And sometimes I believe that they're just trying to trap me. For example, last month I was convinced I had diabetes, and so I went to the National Diabetes Association website, and I clicked on it, and it says to enter you have to accept cookies. Now, I said I can't do that, I have diabetes. So anyway, so that's my set. Thank you.